Good morning, beloveds. I'm not all here today. It is December 10th. Our title is God is Not Handicapped by Me. Our quote is, "What knowest thou that we know not? What understandest thou which is not in us?" And that is Job 15:9. The unlimited action of the Spirit works through me, and even I cannot hinder its perfect results. The divine processes cannot be altered nor confused by me. The omnipotence of God cannot be stopped by my will. Its action can be directed, but its flow will never cease. I now direct it into constructive channels that bless and benefit me and my fellow human. My fellow people. All that God is happens to me. All that God is happens to me. I now assume my rightful place in the divine order of life and let power move through me into beneficent action. I am never a handicap to God. Nothing in me can impede the perfect mind. Divine ideas use me as a clear outlet for their completion. Heaven is happening to me at every instant. I am a center in the infinite mind and the love of God. Every time I am confused and hurt, I prevent the action of good in my life. Knowing this, I resolve today to cease from all such futile actions on my part. God needs me and wants me as its creative expression, and this I am. Every positive idea finds acceptance and clearance in my thinking. Every desire to love and to be loved finds a response in my soul. No more impediments within me. The allness of truth finds me and uses me for its perfect ends. The windows of my subconscious are ajar to let in the divine patterns which make me a whole person. I accept my heaven. The stars at night shine upon the just and the unjust. The eternal goodness of the creative process offers itself to me without judgment. My past is not its concern. My present alone is sought by the divine wisdom and the divine action. Today it wants me to be like itself. This challenge I accept. I agree to let God be in me what its intelligence wants to be. I know that this will make me a greater person, a finer instrument for goodness, and a wider avenue for love. I place nothing in the path of the eternal. I fear no evil, for God is with me, and all that I am, and is all that I am. All doors are open. All ideas are coming to me. Today is alive with truth, and the future is secure. I am open and receptive to the divine inflow. God is not handicapped by me. Today is a statement of the fact that the only thing that can get between God and us is us. We get in our own way, and we don't have to. And so today is about resolving not to get in our own way and giving a couple of ideas on how that can happen. Starting with stating it. That's always a great place to start. And talking about how we can respond to the impulses and which impulses to respond to, such as the one to love. That's always a worthy impulse to respond to. So, yeah. God is not handicapped by me. I'm going to get out of my own way today. And the quote is from Job. What knowest thou that we know not? What understandest thou which is not in us? It's a question. Because the truth is there's nothing. There's nothing that God knows that we don't have access to. There's nothing that God understands that we cannot understand if we're willing to make the effort. But in being willing to make the effort, we have to, one, do our sacred work, to do our work. We have to have that spiritual practice. We have to set aside time to do that spiritual practice, to really ground and center ourselves in that spirit, to know who we are. So, like I said, that's Job 15:9. The unlimited action of spirit works through me, and even I cannot hinder its perfect results. So the truth is, even I can't get in my own way, but I can create the illusion that I can. And I can accept the illusion that other people can get in my way. But they can't. There's no way to get between me and God. That process happens through us all the time anyway. Why not cooperate with it? The divine process cannot be altered nor confused by me. The omniscience of God cannot be stopped by my will. Its action can be directed, but its flow will never cease. So the flow I have no control over, but I can direct the actions that it takes. That's within my purview. I now direct it into constructive channels that bless and benefit me and all living beings. It is a choice that I consciously make, and that's the secret, to consciously make the choice, to direct it into actions that benefit every living being. All that God is happens to, yeah, it's a sentence. All that God is happens to me. All that God is happens to me. Think about that for a minute. I now assume my rightful place in the divine order of life and let power move through me into beneficent action. It's gonna move through us. Why not cooperate with it and move into that beneficent action? I am never a handicap to God. Nothing in me can impede the perfect mind. Nothing in me can impede the perfect mind. We weren't built that way. Regardless of what people have told you, you were not built in sin. You were not built flawed. You were built perfect, meaning you were built whole. And you were built in love. Nothing in me can impede the perfect mind. Divine ideas use me as a clear outlet for their completion. Heaven is happening to me every instant. Think about it for a minute. Or more than a minute. Take that into your meditation. Heaven is happening to me at every instant. I am a center in the infinite mind and the love of God. Every time I am confused and hurt, I prevent the action of good in my life. It doesn't mean we won't be confused. It doesn't mean we won't be hurt, but it means that when we are, we get in our own way. So what do we do about it? We do our work and we move through it. And we ask for help when we need it. Knowing this, I resolve today to cease from all such futile actions on my part. God needs me and wants me as its creative expression. Let me repeat that. God needs you and wants you as its creative expression. And this you are. Every positive idea finds acceptance and clearance in our thinking. Every desire to love and to be loved finds response in our soul. No more impediments within me. The allness of truth finds me and uses me for its perfect ends. Now there's a statement. No more impediments within us. The allness of truth finds us and uses us for its perfect ends, its whole ends. The windows of my subconscious are ajar to let the divine patterns which make me a whole person, to let it. I accept my heaven. So heaven is happening to us at every instant, and we accept our heaven. The stars at night shine upon the just and the unjust. The eternal goodness of the creative process offers itself to us without judgment. Our past is not its concern. And just saying that out loud makes me feel pretty good. Our present alone is sought by the divine wisdom and the divine action. Today, it wants us to be like itself. This challenge, I accept. There's your mission for today. I agree to let God be in me what its intelligence wants to be. I know that this will make me a greater person, a finer instrument for good, and a wider avenue of love. So right there, that sentence is, if I allow God to be in me what God wants to be in me, I get out of my own way, then it makes me a greater person, a finer instrument for goodness, and a wider avenue for love. I mean, what more could we want, right? I place nothing in the path of the eternal. I fear no evil, for God is with me and is what I am. God is both with me and what I am. We're made from God's stuff. That's all we are. The sum and total of our being is God's stuff. And that's pretty cool. All doors are open. All ideas are coming to me. Today is alive with truth, and the future is secure. I am open and receptive to the divine inflow. So the mission, should we choose to accept it, there's been a whole lot in there. There's been a whole lot in there, including being what God wants us to be, what Spirit wants us to be, what love wants us to be. But I think the mission for today is to accept our heaven, because it is happening to us at every instant. I use that quote that I got from him from the previous book, and I've used it for months. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you live in heaven right here, right now. And then he did it again today by saying, my subconscious is ajar. We open the windows of our soul and let our subconscious be ajar all the time, open to the inflow, open to the information, open to the knowing. The heavens around us all the time. All the time. All right, beloveds. I'm going to move into the process of my day, but before I do that, I am going to encourage you, as I always do. Do something loving for yourself. Do something kind for yourself. Do something compassionate for yourself. Whatever that looks like. Absolutely whatever that looks like. If it's a big thing, if it's a small thing, it doesn't matter. The point is the practice. Because practice makes permanent. And I would like you doing loving, kind, and compassionate things for yourself to be a permanent habit. I would like it to become your default setting. I would like it to be your first response. So then no matter what happens around you or to you, your response to yourself and to the world at large is kind, is compassionate, is loving. And that does include the word no. That does include the word no. Reverend Marcia did teach us the value of the divine no. So if you need, if that is what your loving, kind, and compassionate thing is to say no, then please do that. Please do that. Spirit always says yes, but we are allowed to say no. Okay, beloveds, I also encourage you to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like for you, to go get a face full of sun, although if you're having weather like we are, I was out, there was no sun, and to drink plenty of water. And please know, if you haven't caught on by now, that statement from me, please drink plenty of water, is one of my ways of saying I love you. All right? Drink plenty of water. Take care of yourself. There are multiple ways of saying I love you without ever actually using those words. And for me, drink plenty of water, that's one of my ways. So just know that. Whatever else you do today, please open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven right here, right now. God is all around you. Spirit is all around you. And Spirit is within you. And nothing can get between you and Spirit. Absolutely nothing. Not even yourself. All right, beloveds. It is Friday. I think that the book study is still going. Oh no, the book study may have moved. I don't actually know. Here's what I'm going to suggest for you. Email info@creativelife.org, and then you can find out if the book study that was on Friday has moved to Thursday, and because I don't know. But yeah, get on that mailing list, then you can get the links and what have you. You'll always know what's going on. And it's 1 email a month, or a week, so, he's not going to overwhelm you. He only sends out extra emails when extra stuff is happening. So, all right, beloveds. Take care of yourself. Have a great day, an amazing day, an enchanting day, a fantastic day, a wonderful day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. Because you're enough. No matter what is going on in your life, you are always enough. And you are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased. Please know that. Take that into the core of who you are. And know that you're loved. All right, beloveds. I get to go to the park tomorrow and toss peanuts to squirrels, and I'm very excited about this. So I will see you tomorrow around 9 a.m. Reverend David should be on Facebook Live around 5 p.m. with you sometime today. All right, beloveds. Until next time.